So to start out, I'm going to do my brows with Anastasia's Dip Brow in Auburn. So I'm just gonna apply that first. Okay, so next up, I am going to like conceal my eyes and kind of like chisel out my eyebrow here with NARS. And this is Light 1 Chantilly. It's my favorite because it comes in a pot, so it's a little bit easier to use a brush on rather than trying to get it on the doll foot applicator. And I'm using this e.l.f. brush. I don't know, it's just small and it's kind of nice. So then once I have cut out my brow, I'm just gonna use my finger to go back in and fill my eyelid. Okay, so next I am going to use this NYX brush. It's number 16. So I'm gonna use this and I'm going to do a blue and green look with, I'm gonna start out with Cold Shoulder from the Strobe Cosmetics Creepy Cute palette. So I know they've rebranded recently, but if you just Google Creepy Cute, their new brand will come up. I'll have to link below their new name because I actually forget what it is, but I really love this palette. Everything is super pastel and it shows up really well, even though, you know, the colors are lighter. Also, I like it because you can really build. So you could start out really light and just kind of like build and layer and get more color. So yeah, I'm going to go in with Cold Shoulder and I am going to do my crease here. And then we're gonna do a cut crease and I'm going to show you how I do a really defined cut crease. So next I am going to use, okay, it's a Tarte brush. I don't even really know the name of it or what, but I like it because it's small. I use this curved bristle here to go in and do a line. So next I'm going to use this palette here. It is The Tribe by Juvia's Place. They are my favorite eyeshadow brand ever. Everything's super pigmented. The colors are so cool. I just like can't say enough about this brand. Really, like I don't even bother buying other brands anymore because I just love their makeup so much. So yeah, I'm gonna go in with the color Sand here and I'm going to use that to define my cut crease. And something to note here, it's kind of hard to tell because it's a little bright, but I am going above. So if I close my eyes normally, I'm going above my actual crease here. So it kind of makes your eyes look a little like wider and a little more, you're kind of like faking that your lower lid is a little bit bigger than it is. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just kind of going right above that crease there. So I'm gonna stop there. I've stopped right about here. I don't really go all the way a lot. I mean, I could wing this out right now if I wanted to, but I'm just gonna leave it there and I'm gonna go in with a darker color here eventually, so I'm just gonna blend that out. Next, I am going to go back in with my NARS concealer and I'm just going to cut out and kind of perfect that line there. So there we go. I'm going to go in with my next set of colors. So I always, just as a habit, I love putting like a really light color right at the beginning of my eyelid here. It just feels like it kind of like makes my eyes pop a little bit more. It just like kind of brightens it a little bit. So I am going to go in with a color from the Saharan palette from Juvia's. It's like a really nice creamy white. It is called Aziza. So I'm gonna go in with this right in the little corner of my eye. So I'm gonna go in with a 715 brush. So once I've gotten about like a quarter of the way through my eyelid, I'm gonna go in with another color, this blue-green shimmery color right here. And you'll see it kind of starts bringing in that cooler color, so it's just another light color to blend it with. Next, I'm going to go back to the Warrior 3 palette by Juvia's. And I'm gonna go in with the color Masai, right here, this green color. All right, next I am going to use the same color I used in my crease. It was, again, called Sam in the Tribe by Juvia's Place palette. And I'm going to use this little tiny puffy brush. I don't know any technical terms, I'm sorry. It is ES007 Pointed Smudger by Shani. Then I sort of like to take that color and just kind of like bring it under my lower lid a little bit, just to kind of like fade it. And there's where we're at so far. So next I am going to finish my other eye, and I'm going to put on some liner, and then yeah. Okay, I've gone in and I've done my other eye the same way. So I am going to do eyeliner next. And I really love Lorack's, what is it, Front of the Line Pro Liquid Eyeliner. I love it because when you open it up, it has this brush tip. So it's really nice because you're not using felt, it's not so rigid. So I just feel like I have a little bit more leeway with this stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and line. Not too bad, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna finish the other eye off screen. Okay, I've gone in and I've lined both my eyes. Next up, I am going to do my lashes. I'm gonna try to record that. I'm, again, really bad at lashes. So yeah. Okay, so I've got my lashes on. Next, I am going to do my foundation. I always use my favorite primer. It's Becca. It's called Evermatte Poreless Priming Perfector. I have really oily skin, so before I ever use this product, I would use MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation. I would just put it on, and I use this primer, Optical Illusion by Urban Decay. Some people love it, but my face would just always, like, after an hour of wearing it, my makeup would just start breaking. So it would just look like there was a layer of oil essentially under my foundation, and it would just start coming off. It looked really bad. But ever since I started using this stuff combined with Estee Lauder Double Wear, my makeup stays on all day and my face doesn't get as oily, really oily at all. It doesn't get anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put this on first, and then I'm gonna do my foundation. Okay, next I am going to do a little contouring. I have this Lorack Contour Pro palette, so I'm gonna use that. I don't really go too hard with contouring. I'm just gonna go in with this light contour here. Sometimes I contour my nose, but I'm lazy today, so I'm not going to. I'm gonna take this fluffy brush and I'm going to use translucent powder just a little bit. I just tap a little bit on there, and then I'm just gonna blend out my contour a little bit. And I'm really bad at contouring, like honestly. So this probably looks like crap, but good enough. And then I'm going to go in with some highlighter. I got this palette, B&H Cosmetics. What is this? Blacklight Highlight 6 color palette. I literally got it for $1 at Marshall's, and that's the only highlighter palette I have. So I'm going to use, let's see, I did blue and green today. So I think I'm gonna go in with a green highlight. It's called Laser. And I'm gonna use a little fan brush. I do a little bit on my nose and a little bit above my lip. Then sometimes, like if I'm going out at night or something, I use my finger because you get like a little bit more brightness. So I'm just gonna kind of like go back over where I went. I don't really know like if I'm supposed to go on the apples of my cheeks, but whatever. I don't know. I'm not a professional. So just do a little bit on my nose. And that's my face thing. And then now that I have like all my face stuff done, I'm gonna go back in and do like a little bit more under eye. So I'm gonna take that little fluffy brush I had. So I'm gonna go back in with that dark green that I had done before, San from Juvia's. And I'm just gonna kind of like blend it out again, just make sure that it's like nicely blended. And then I'm gonna do, let's see, will be fun and cool. Sometimes I like to just go in with a random color on my bottom lash line. Let's see, I'm just gonna use this really bright green for fun. It's called Tootsie, and that's from the Tri palette again. Just like a tiny bit. And then I'm going to go back in with that initial white I used in the corner of my eye. That was from the Saharan palette. It is called Aziza. So I'm gonna just use my finger, kind of like, kind of like bring out that pop. And then I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go back in with my highlight, the same green that I used from the B&H palette. And I take like, let's see, I don't even know if this is the proper brush to use. Like pretty much I just taught myself how to do makeup and I just kind of like wing it all the time. So I'm gonna go in with this like teeny tiny fluffy brush that's not too fluffy, but like the perfect amount of fluffiness. And I'm gonna go into Laser, and I'm just gonna do like the highlight under my brow. Not that anybody sees my brows really because I have such thick bangs, but whatever. So that's that. And then I am going to finish off the look with a little bit of mascara. This is my favorite mascara. It's called Huge by Stila. I know people say like not to line your lower lashes, but I love it. And because I love it, I'm just gonna keep doing it. Did I say line? I meant like put mascara on your lower lashes. I don't know, I just think it gives it like a pop. And I'm gonna blend my eyelashes with it as well. Ow, I do that a lot. Okay, and here's a fun little secret. I always, to finish up my look, well, I guess I have to do lips first too. I forgot about lips. I'm gonna put on lips. Well, I'm just gonna do that off camera. I'm really bad at lipstick, so whatever. I don't do anything special there. But here's the secret. So I've always had like this little birthmark here, and then I always take my eyebrow shit and then I put it on. I don't know, I just think it's cool. And all right, I am going to do my lipstick and I'll be right back.